Welcome to another exciting episode of Sports Arena right here on VOS, where we get to talk about everything that has to do with sports and of course digest and dissect everything that has to do with sport. This week's episode, or rather this particular episode, promises to be more exciting because I've got a special guest and of course an interesting lineup for you on the show today. There were games in the NWFL, the Nigerian Women's Football League Premiership, and one particular encounter that stood out from the rest was the game between Edo Queens and Abia Angels. 4 goals in that encounter. The Edo Queens making an emphatic statement that they are ready to challenge the tabletoppers, talking about Bayelsa Queens and of course FC Robo, Rivers Angels as well, for the sole continental position on next season. And also they will be going away in their next fixture against Ibom Angels to see if they'll be able to push for the title in the NWFL. The National Sports Festival is meant to commence on the 2nd to 14th of April of the year 2021. Don't forget that it has suffered so many postponements from 2020 down to 2021. The first one was because of the coronavirus, just a couple of days too. Then from there down to December 2020, and of course there have been several postponements and several reasons. But we hear that of course the sports ministry and the whole state and the governor of the whole state, talking about Governor Obaseki of Edo State, will be meeting to decide on how or if the sports festival will still get to hold. I'm sure that so many persons are not happy about that. And also we'll be looking at what to expect during the course of the weekend, the matches to expect from the Nigerian Professional Football League down to the Nigerian National League, and also in Europe matches will be on in the English FA Cup, and of course in Spain, the Spanish La Liga. The title race is getting hotter with Atletico Madrid, of course, and Real Madrid and Barcelona fighting tooth and nail for that one. And also in France, PSG seems to be finding a way to, of course, wrestle the title from Lille, who were unable to get a victory over the past weekend. And also we'll be touching down, probably with time, we'll be touching down on the UEFA Champions League quarterfinal pairings that will be happening also during the week. We'll be doing the permutation. And also don't forget, I did say I have a special guest, and of course this week's episode is particularly special because my guest will be giving us some key games to look out for and probably where to put your money on. Welcome to the show. Welcome back to the show, guys. Let's quickly dive into the action and talk you through, or rather, you've already know what to expect on the show today. But let's quickly start off from the National Sports Festival. It was meant to commence in the year 2020, April to be precise, or rather March to be precise, March 30th in the year 2020. With the coronavirus came, and I can tell you that it suffered a postponement from there down to December, from December to January, from January to March, and from March to April. Now we are envisaging we might be seeing another postponement or probably cancellation. But permit me before there to bring on my guest that will come to the show, David Alabi, the sports alibi. I especially call him the sports alibi because he of course is my alibi in sports of Vibes FM. David Alabi, welcome to the show.
Hi guys, good to have you on the show. Okay, you're having me on the show. Amazing, really. I've been looking forward to this and it's amazing. Finally, I'm here, and today's edition promises to be really exciting. National Sports Festival, UEFA Champions League, business end obviously. We're also looking at the NWFL, Edo Queens. I'm looking at that team and I'm really having a lot of hope in them that they would eventually get to qualify for the festival edition of the CAF Champions League that will be coming from next season for the women. Massive one. I think the lineup really is looking very interesting. Welcome, guys.
Okay, let's start off from the National Sports Festival.
Yeah.
We hear that Governor Obaseki of Edo State and the Sports Minister and the National Council on Sports will be meeting to decide. The first issue that they will be talking about is funding. That is the key thing. We know Edo State, they've told us several times, they are ready to host. The facilities are ready, but from what we are getting, they no longer have the funds because they've spent time and resources maintaining those facilities and of course keeping their players, their athletes intact and in good shape prior to the event. But the last postponement was from the ministry, and of course they had to tell the state government had to tell the ministry that look, we need support financially, and here we are after the promise from the federal government. We are seeing probably a cancellation, David Alabi.
Well, that really would not be a way out if you ask me. Cancelling the sport festival, I think a lot has gone into preparation. It has, but we know the current situation we're in right now, the new normal, with COVID-19 coming out of nowhere. I felt that a lot of businesses, a lot of sporting activities were affected. Let's not forget the Olympics game are still very much on hold at this point in time. We're here in June, July too, but let's wait and see how that one pans out. The Euros were supposed to go down in 2020. Here we are in 2021. Those events are yet to go down. Some sporting events have been cancelled, but I doubt if the sports festival will be cancelled. What I'm saying, that will eventually happen might be, a miniature sport festival. It might not be the jamboree the state government had planned initially with the sport ministry, but I'm thinking the festival will still go down, but it's going to be a miniature. It's not going to be festival sort of anymore. It could be, we having just key sports going down, especially the ones that our athletes will need to prepare for as regards the Olympic coming for, in the month of June and July. So we're hearing Edo State government is meant to meet with the sport ministry and of course the main organizing committee, and I'm sure what they'll be discussing would be the critical issue funding. The Edo State government have said, as at this point, there isn't enough. Let's not forget COVID-19 has eaten deep into almost every country's sports. In fact, all the nations of the world. So Edo State is not left out of that one. So I'm thinking the main discussion would be, can these games still go down from the 2nd of April to the 14th of April? We're looking at roughly 2 weeks from now, which means it's something that they need to just look at critically. And key issue is funding. Can we get this, this event funded? We've talked about this over time in time past that some states will likely pull out and some states will just send maybe few delegation coming through. I'm thinking funding will be the key issues, and also key sports, especially ones that will prepare Nigerian athletes for the Olympics, will likely be the ones that will be given priority at this point in time.
Okay guys, let's shift our attention away from the National Sports Festival and now down to the king of sports, football, African king of sports. Football, and of course, we'll start off from the women's, the Nigerian Women's Professional Football League, where there were actions during the course of the week, particularly Edo Queens versus Abia Angels, right there at the Samuel Ogbemudia Stadium, where so many persons, were thinking that it's going to be keenly contested, but the Queens from Edo State decided to make light work of Abia Angels, defeating them 3-1, and also I'll be taking a look at other results from the matches. One particular goal that stood out was the second goal from Miriam Otueke, the number 25 jersey for Edo Queens. Let's take a look at that goal, then we'll be right back.
I have been in not see open goal, not be broke. Make up the goal! Thank you. Nobody.
How beautiful was that goal? Beautiful goal, well taken, left-footed strike from Miriam Odueke to get the second goal for Edo Queens right there. Of course, the first goal scored by Gloria Ogbonna is currently on your screen, and of course, our other highlights from that game. Other results are from the Nigerian Professional Women's Football League that went down during the week. We saw Confluence Quiz taking on Oshun Babes, and it ended in a draw 0-0. And also, we saw FC Robo defeating Rivers Angels 2-1. The Lagos Landladies, as they are being called, defeated the girls from Rivers 2-1, while Delta Queens defeated Ibom Angels FC 1-0 right there at, of course, Agbo Township Stadium. Of course, Sunshine Queens defeated Dream Stars Ladies 2-0. It seems like Dream Stars Ladies are just donating points in the end of the year.
Well, Dream Ladies, I don't know if they are having a nightmare in the league, but obviously they are a new club, let's not forget. And also, sometimes once you get into the big league, it's difficult for you to find your footing. I feel they will learn, but this is the first stanza of the league. If they don't get, of course, tread with caution, well, relegation might just be calling. Talking about Edo Queens, massive victory for them, 3-1 yesterday. Abia Angels. They've turned Samuel Ogbemudia, they refurbished Samuel Ogbemudia Stadium to a fortress, and it's really massive. Anything coming too, of course, that stadium, they are in for a lot. And the ladies obviously know how to celebrate and take some well-crafted goal. Good one coming from the interim management. Let's not forget that the substantive coach is still on suspension. We don't know about his situation right now, but of course with Coach Chei and the other guys managing the team, 2 games so far for them. It's been 2 victories for them.
5 goals scored in the process.
5 goals scored. We're looking
concede.
at 2 conceded. 10 games for Edo Queens so far. 6 victories, 2 draws and 2 defeats. They are pushing all the way. They are currently 3rd in the log, and obviously hoping to get close to the likes of Rivers Angel, who shockingly also first time this season lost all 3 points. The ladies from Rivers. That tells you a lot about how how competitive the league is, and for Bayelsa Queens, I don't know how those ladies are doing it, but
they just managed to grind that result, and the Pelican Stars don't go to nothing.
That's a sign of a very, very grounded team, a team that's really good to go. If you ask me, even when they don't play too well, they manage to get all the result. But I know definitely Edo Queens, in the, as they progress further, would be topping that table anytime soon, because it's just 5 points between themselves and, of course, Bayelsa Queens. All the best to the ladies as they continue the progress.
If anything that if it remains like this, the results, or rather the tables that you are currently seeing on your screen, if it remains like this, it means that we'll be seeing Dream Stars ladies and, of course, probably Ibom Angels go on relegation. They are on the 13th and 14th position respectively, and also Pelican Stars are in 12th position. Abia Angels are in 11th position. You'd want to wonder why I started from the bottom, because these guys are drawing attention, and particularly because Ibom Angels are, of course, the next opponent for Edo Queens right there at the Goswil Akpabio International Stadium. Well, fixtures for the next round of the Nigerian Women's Football League. Currently on your screen also, Abia Angels will be taking on FC Robo, while Ibom Angels, I did tell you, will be taking on Edo Queens right there at the Goswil Akpabio Stadium. Oshun will be taking on Delta Queens, and Pelican Stars will be taking on, I'm almost saying defeating, will be taking on Confluence Queens, while Royal Queens will take on Bayelsa Queens. Dream Stars will take on Nasarawa Amazon, while Rivers United will wrap things up for the next round of fixtures with a fixture against Sunshine Queens. David Alabi, your take from these fixtures, what to expect?
Well, definitely for Edo Queens, I expect nothing other than 3 points. It's been a while they gone out 3 points away, and if you really want to top the table, qualify for the first ever Women's Champions League, I think this is the point where you need to get points away, not just making your home a fortress. Fine, 3 points always guaranteed at home, but going away too, try and share points, especially against teams that you did mention are doing giveaway. Probably Christmas coming early for some of the teams playing against them.
I think that's where they got their only away win from so far in the season. In Lagos. I'm talking about Edo Queens.
So I do hope they can, of course, go away to Ibom Angels and get something good in that particular encounter. The girls are looking happy once more. The goal they scored, talk about the captain, Gloria Obona. We saw how she celebrated, running to the technical crew, celebrating with them, and also sort of giving shout out to the fans. And it shows that the love is back with that team. And when the team is this happy, when the team is settled, you expect nothing other than, of course, 3 points whenever they step out to play. Okay, let's go straight to the continent and talk you through the pairings for the UEFA Champions League quarterfinals. The draws will be done on Friday. But let's take a look at what it might look like. And David Alabi will giving us his expert prediction on which team he feels will be going up against the other. But here are the teams that currently make it to the quarterfinals for the UEFA Champions League. Liverpool, Chelsea, Bayern Munich, and of course Porto, Real Madrid, Borussia Dortmund, Manchester City, and Paris Saint-Germain. These are the teams that made it to the next round of the UEFA Champions League. Well, quarterfinals, David Alabi. Quarterfinals,
3 English teams.
Quarterfinals and potentially semi-finalists, because when you're paired up in the quarterfinal stage, indirectly the draws have been done also for the semi-final stage. 3 English teams. Well, this is really massive if you ask me. Maybe we should expect an all-English final again, like we saw 2 seasons back when Liverpool got the crown. I would not be surprised, but it depends on the opponents. We're looking at bookmakers already saying City are the favourite to win the title, followed by Bayern Munich.
I think there was
the likes
there was a pool done to show that I think the body that conducted the pool showed that Manchester City are favourite with 37%.
37%, that's a lot.
Bayern Munich 17%.
Defending champion. Personally, for me, I still feel City are favourite. The reason why I feel that way is their goals, the way the team has been playing this season, they don't depend on just a particular department to get to the goals. The goals come in from the defense area, comes in from the midfield, and also comes in from the attack. So that's a well-balanced team. Sergio Aguero doesn't even have a shirt in that team right now. The likes of Ike Gundogan have been stepping in as false nine. They're doing very, very well. So I see no reason why the bookmakers will not make them favourite. Also, particularly because this team has not won the UEFA Champions League, especially with Pep Guardiola. He has dominated the EPL. He has won the Carabao Cup. He has won the FA Cup. The only grave left for Man City as a club, especially with the Arab guys who have invested so much in the team, is to get to win the UEFA Champions League. And I feel this is the best season where this could potentially happen. Bayern Munich, defending champion, also should be in the running. And let's not forget one team, Real Madrid. potentially they've
Champions
got a
League
manager
specialist.
who is a Champions League specialist. You can't call him Mr. Zinedine Zidane the Champions League master. He has won it 3 times back to back to back. No other manager has achieved that ever in the history of the Champions League, and they are not doing too well in the Spanish La Liga. I feel they might just focus all their attention on the UEFA Champions League from this quarter-final stage. Liverpool they are also potential champions, but the dark horse I'm looking at is FC Porto. This is a team that no one gave the opportunity to go past Juventus, and they're here in this quarter-final stage. If they get a favourable draw, we might just be surprised to see them repeating what happened when Jose Mourinho was the manager as at 2004. I would not be surprised because they knocked out Juventus.
He said before that 2004, I think in the round of 16, he said before the round of 16 match that if they make it past their opponent in the round of 16, they are going on the way to final. Talking about Jose Mourinho, and we saw what happened at the end of the day.
At the end of the day, so obviously this is a team that's well grounded, but let's not forget PSG too. They are very much available. I feel potentially everything. The money spinning Arabia, but how fit will Neymar be? This is the stage where they need Neymar the most. If he doesn't, I feel the weight might just be too much on the young Frenchman. Talk about Kylian Mbappe, and we might not see the best from PSG, but they were finalists last season, and they've got the experience to go all the way this time around also. Okay,
we are gradually getting to wrap up the show. Let's quickly go straight to England and talk you through fixtures to expect in the English FA Cup this weekend. Of course, the Premier League will not be on, but the English FA Cup will be on. Let's talk about our fixtures to expect, and David Alabi will be telling you particularly where to put your money on, and probably you might get a good return on your investment, if you know what I mean. Bournemouth will be up against Southampton on Saturday, and of course Manchester City against Everton. For Manchester City, they are looking to compete for a quadruple trophy. Rather, they are looking to bring in quadruple this season. They are still competing for the Champions League. Like David Alabi said, is the bookmakers' favorites, and also here they are in the quarterfinals of the English FA Cup. The finals are ready for them in the Carling Cup, or rather the Carabao Cup, you want to say. And also they are topping the English Premier League 14 points over their opponent, talking about Manchester United. Well, they are the fixtures for the FA Cup. I did tell you that Southampton will be away to Tottenham Road against Bournemouth, while Everton will be hosting Manchester City, and Chelsea on Sunday will take on Sheffield United, while Leicester City will take on Manchester United. David Alabi.
Big games, obviously. Potentially we're looking at Everton against Man City. That's an interesting fixture, if you ask me. We don't know exactly what Pep Guardiola has got behind his mind, but I think he would want to make that quadruple dream come true, because if he can achieve that, well, he would become, if not the greatest manager we've seen in the world of football. I feel Man City will get this one. They'll get one over Everton, probably a 2-1 closely fought victory for, of course, Manchester City. Sheffield against Chelsea. On that game, if you really want to go out there and put your money on, well, that's a game you can't put your money on. Chelsea's defense looking very tight, but attack-wise, they don't score too many goals. So probably you could potentially have the players who did not play in this second leg of the UEFA Champions League against Atletico playing in this one. The likes of Mason Mount, Giroud might starting off in this particular one. Tammy Abraham is not yet fit. We don't know if he'll be fit before the weekend, but he isn't fit for this one. And of course, the second choice goalkeeper, the young man Kepa will likely be stepping up to, of course, be the one starting off in that one. But for Thomas Tuchel, he would also be hoping to go all out. Any trophy he could lay his hands on would be very, very important for him. So I see a Chelsea victory, probably 3-0 against Sheffield United. I doubt if Sheffield can put up any battle in this particular encounter. So those are 2 key games I'm looking forward to. City winning 2-1 against Everton, and of course we've got the other game between Sheffield United and Chelsea. Chelsea winning that one 3-0.
Okay, I want to touch on the game between Barcelona and Real Sociedad. Barcelona going to Anoeta one more time. A ground that has never been favorable to Lionel Messi and his guys. And also, quickly, side by side, as we wrap up the show, you also tell us what you think of the game. That will be going down in the Nigerian National League, the Benin Insurance game against FC1 Rockets at the Samuel Ogbamoje Stadium on Saturday by 6 p.m. That game will be on. I want you to specially take note of these key games, because he's an expert in predicting. I'm very sure that if you are lucky and you put your money where his mouth is, you get a good return on your investment.
Well, that's the wrong advice coming from me, sir. Put your money where your mouth is, please. What we just do is sometimes look at the team's form and try to, of course, make a prediction. That's why it's called prediction. Sometimes it doesn't always come true. But Everton against FC1, Insurance against FC1 Rocket. That's a big game for Insurance, but let's not forget at the Samuel Ogbamoje Stadium, just as the Dokuns have. And not to impress the fans out there on the average, are saying if Insurance really wants to make it into the MPFL, they need to be winning winning, not just at home, getting convincing results away. Insurance so far this season, even the games they've won at home, they've not been too convincing, especially for those of us who have seen them at close quarters. But they're playing at home, so I expect Insurance to win this one. Probably 3-1. 3-1 should be good enough for them. You can't get to Insurance. Of course, do justice in that particular encounter. And of course, for Barcelona, that's a big one. That's a big one. Well, if I'm looking at the game where probably expecting an upset, that's a game you should look forward to having an upset. A draw potentially. If not, the rest of Sociedad winning that one.
Let's put a scoreline to it.
A scoreline. Messi definitely is in a crazy form. I don't know where he has picked up that. Maybe because of the new president in president of Laporta who has come in. Let's not forget it was at the Elms of Affair when Barcelona had one of their most successful
so far
era. When it comes to the world of football. I think a 2-2 draw. Messi definitely on the score sheet in that one.
Messi on the score sheet, and of course a 2-2 draw. Guys, this is what we're calling later up on this episode. Join me again next time around. Don't forget to like, subscribe, and of course share our page and turn on the notification button, because when we post you'll be notified, and of course you can get to follow our content across all social media. VOS TV on Twitter, Instagram, and of course right here on YouTube. You can get to see our content. And also don't forget that the comment section is still open for you to drop your prediction. The game between Better Insurance and FC1 Rockets, and of course the game between Barcelona and Real Sociedad, and the game between Manchester City and Everton in the FA Cup. Drop the winners in the comment section. Just tell me who the winners are, and of course you get to be rewarded with a fantastic prize. Hope I'll catch you in the next episode. Bye for now.